There is a version of you that your future partner cannot resist. A version whose energy speaks louder than your words, whose presence pulls love toward you without effort. The moment you tune into that frequency, the world rearranges itself to match your desire. And the best part? This transformation doesn't take years, it takes weeks. Your marriage frequency is not something outside you. It is not controlled by luck, timing, or the opinions of people who never understood your heart. Your marriage frequency is the emotional and spiritual signal you broadcast every day. It is the tone of your inner world, the atmosphere of your thoughts, and the silent story you tell yourself about love. And the truth is simple: when that frequency becomes clear, confident, and abundant, your future partner cannot help but feel it. Life begins moving in your favor with a speed that surprises even you. Within weeks, your energy can shift from hopeful to magnetic, from unsure to irresistible, from waiting to receiving. Your marriage becomes magnetic the moment you stop chasing and start aligning. Alignment is not passive, it is powerful. It means you become the version of yourself who knows their love story is already unfolding. You wake up with the quiet confidence that the universe is guiding someone toward you. Someone who is wired to cherish you, to understand you, to choose you again and again. This confidence is not arrogance. It is spiritual clarity. When you believe your desire is already yours, your actions soften, your words elevate, your presence deepens. People feel this energy without you saying a word. Many people unknowingly block their marriage frequency by living in the vibration of doubt, scarcity, or emotional hunger. They keep asking, when will it happen? Why hasn't it happened yet? They rehearse memories of rejection, disappointment, and loneliness. But these thoughts speak loudly to the universe, and the universe always echoes back what you whisper inside your soul. When your mind is filled with fear of loss or fear of being alone, that becomes the frequency you radiate. But when you decide to shift, truly shift into the energy of already being chosen, already being loved, already being deeply valued, everything within you begins transforming. Your body relaxes. Your self-talk changes. Your energy becomes softer but stronger at the same time. You glow differently. You must understand that your marriage frequency is not activated by desperation. It is activated by certainty. Certainty is calm, not loud. It does not need to convince anyone. It does not compete, chase, or beg. Certainty is the energy of someone who knows that love is already in motion, flowing toward them, even if they cannot see it yet. This certainty creates a magnetic pull that your future partner feels. Yes, feels, even before you meet. Whether they are a specific person you love or someone completely new, your shift in frequency sends an unspoken invitation. I am ready. I am aligned. I am in the vibration of commitment, connection, and devotion. Within weeks, you can elevate your frequency to a level where your presence becomes unforgettable. You start attracting people who want depth, loyalty, and partnership. You begin letting go of people who only bring confusion, delay, and emotional noise. You become intentional with your thoughts because you now understand that every thought is a signal. And every signal is a seed. The seeds you plant today become the marriage you experience tomorrow. This is how quickly energy responds to clarity. To create an unstoppably magnetic marriage frequency, you must learn to think from the outcome, not toward it. Thinking toward it means wishing, hoping, and waiting. Thinking from it means living in the emotional reality of already being someone's partner. Imagine the peace of waking up next to a love that feels safe. Imagine the joy of preparing your future home together. Imagine the warmth of being chosen without hesitation. When you live in these feelings now, the universe bends circumstances to match your imagination. This is not fantasy, this is spiritual law. When you step into the frequency of already being loved, your standards shift automatically. You stop tolerating half-hearted communication, inconsistent behavior, and emotional immaturity. You begin choosing yourself in every decision. And this self-choosing is what makes others choose you. People feel a different kind of confidence in you, the kind that cannot be faked. They sense the strength of someone who knows their worth, and someone who walks with the grace of already being fulfilled. This is the energy of magnetism. Your marriage frequency becomes unstoppable when your heart and mind speak the same truth. I am love. I am worthy of commitment. I am ready for a divine partnership. The moment your inner dialogue changes, your outer world responds. Opportunities appear. New connections open. People begin seeing you through a new lens. Even your specific person, if there is one, begins noticing your shift. Not because you said anything, but because your energy stopped reaching outward and began resting inward. They feel the difference. Your calmness becomes louder than any words. Your glow becomes impossible to ignore. Do not underestimate how quickly energy can transform your romantic destiny. Human beings think change takes years, but spiritually change happens the moment a decision becomes firm inside your soul. One decision can rewrite your frequency. One shift in self-concept can pull your future partner in like gravity. One moment of clarity can accelerate what you have been praying for. It takes weeks, not months, not years, for alignment to reach manifestation. The delay only exists when doubt lives in your mind, longer than faith does. You must speak to yourself as the person you want to become. Speak to yourself like someone who knows their marriage is inevitable. Speak to yourself with love, patience, and confidence. Your inner voice becomes the architect of your future. Speak thoughts that elevate you. My partner is already connected to me. Love is already moving in my direction. I am magnetic to commitment. I am a safe space for love. These words carry power when they come from belief, and belief is built through repetition, feeling, and imagination. Your marriage frequency becomes magnetic when you stop rehearsing fear and start embodying fulfillment. When you stop looking at the clock and start looking within. When you stop chasing signs and start becoming the sign. When you stop waiting and start living as if your desire is already complete. This is the transformation that creates movement in your life. This is the shift that turns you into a magnet for everything you've been yearning for. Within weeks, your spirit can become clearer, your emotions softer, your energy brighter. Within weeks, the universe can place you and your future partner in the same environment, the same conversation, the same moment. Within weeks, someone's heart can begin moving toward you, with a force that surprises both of you. Magnetic love is not slow, it is precise, and it arrives the moment your frequency matches your desire. So choose today. Choose to walk in the frequency of certainty. Choose to speak from the identity of someone already loved. Choose to embody the peace of someone already chosen. Let your imagination become your new reality. Let your emotions become your prayer. Let your energy become the invitation that your future partner cannot resist. Your marriage frequency is not weak. It is only waiting for your permission to rise, and once you give it that permission, once you step into the vibration of being loved, valued, and chosen, nothing can stop what is coming. Not fear, not time, not circumstance. Your frequency becomes a force. Your presence becomes magnetic. Your love story becomes inevitable. Within weeks, everything can change. Within weeks, your heart can align. Within weeks, your marriage frequency can become so powerful, so clear, and so irresistibly magnetic that the person meant for you will feel it, and they will move toward you with certainty. The universe listens to the energy you live in. Make sure that energy says, I am ready, I am chosen, I am loved, and my marriage is already mine. Your marriage becomes magnetic the moment you shift from wanting love to embodying the energy of already being loved, because the universe listens to who you believe you are, not what you are begging for. When you walk with the calmness of someone already chosen, your energy stops reaching outward for validation and begins radiating inward confidence. This shift changes how people perceive you, how they respond to you, and how they connect with you. You begin attracting people who are drawn to your sense of inner certainty. Your presence becomes soothing, steady, and full of emotional richness. You speak less from fear and more from fulfillment. Your aura becomes lighter, softer, and yet incredibly powerful. You no longer approach love with anxiety, but with assurance. You stop acting like you're waiting for approval and start moving like someone who has already been accepted by destiny. This energy cannot be faked because it grows from within. It shows in your posture, your silence, your choices. When you embody love, you draw love. When you embody certainty, you draw commitment. And when you embody being chosen, the world has no choice but to choose you. The universe responds fastest when your thoughts, emotions, and self-concept agree with the reality you desire, because alignment creates spiritual momentum. When your mind says yes, but your emotions whisper no, your energy becomes mixed and your manifestations slow down. But when everything inside you vibrates with one truth, that your marriage is already unfolding, you send out a powerful, uninterrupted signal. This clear energy travels like a beacon toward the person meant for you. Your behavior begins to naturally reflect assurance rather than longing. You make decisions based on confidence instead of fear. You stop acting small and start acting aligned. This inner agreement creates outer opportunities, synchronicities, and unexpected encounters. Your path becomes smoother as resistance fades. You start noticing signs that confirm your desire is near. Your intuition sharpens, guiding you toward people, moments, and places connected to your destiny. And as your inner world strengthens, your outer world shifts to match your belief. Doubt weakens your frequency, but certainty strengthens it and makes your future partner feel you instantly, even if they don't consciously understand why. Doubt is a quiet fog that blurs the signal you send out, causing delays and emotional confusion. It keeps you stuck in cycles of questioning your worth and fearing abandonment. But certainty cuts through that fog with clarity and conviction. Certainty is not loud. It is steady. It lives in your energy, not your words. When you are certain, you walk differently, you speak differently, you think differently. Your energy becomes grounded and emotionally secure. This stability is deeply magnetic. People feel drawn to your calmness, your quiet strength, and your inner assurance. Certainty sends out a vibration that says, I know what I deserve, and I am open to receive it. This vibration reaches your chosen partner like an invisible signal, stirring something inside them: awareness, interest, attraction, recognition. Certainty becomes the force that pulls them closer. Your imagination is the blueprint of your marriage. Whatever you rehearse internally becomes your outer experience, because imagination is the emotional factory of your reality. When you visualize yourself loved, valued, and cherished, your mind begins constructing the inner architecture of that experience. Your emotions start aligning with that vision, creating the frequency of someone already in a fulfilling relationship. This emotional state becomes a magnet, pulling physical circumstances into alignment with your inner world. Imagination gives your heart direction and gives your energy structure. The pictures you hold inside your mind are not daydreams. They are instructions to the universe. They teach your subconscious who you are becoming. They soften old wounds and silence internal fears. The more you imagine from a place of fulfillment, the more your behavior naturally aligns with that version of yourself. And slowly, the world adjusts to reflect the story your imagination has been telling. Emotional self-worth is the core signal that attracts a committed, loyal, and aligned partner toward you. Because people feel the way you treat yourself long before they offer you their love. When you hold yourself with respect, others instinctively treat you with the same level of honor. When you carry yourself with dignity, you invite relationships that mirror that dignity. Emotional self-worth teaches you to stop settling for half-hearted intentions, inconsistent communication, or emotionally unstable interactions. It creates an energetic boundary without you having to speak a word. People sense the level of love you accept and adjust their behavior accordingly. You draw partners who value depth, loyalty, and emotional responsibility. Your energy becomes an invitation to those who align with your strength, rather than your insecurities. Self-worth helps you navigate love with clarity instead of confusion. And as you elevate your inner value, your outer world meets you with relationships that finally reflect it. You don't attract from your words. You attract from the silent stories you tell yourself about love. Because energy speaks louder than language. You can say you're ready for marriage, but if your inner dialogue is filled with fear, unworthiness, or past pain, the universe responds to that internal signal instead. The silent narrative inside your mind shapes your frequency more than any spoken affirmation. It determines whether you move with confidence or with hesitation. It shapes the aura you carry, the emotions you radiate, and the opportunities you allow yourself to receive. People feel your energy long before they hear your words. Your self-story affects your posture, your tone, your boundaries, your presence. When your inner stories become stories of worthiness, certainty, and emotional abundance, your whole frequency elevates. You begin attracting people who match that narrative. Your life starts speaking the language of the love you desire. Within weeks, energy shifts when you stop chasing and start aligning with the version of you who is already chosen, because alignment accelerates manifestation. Chasing pushes what you want farther away, but alignment pulls it closer. When you stop moving from lack and start moving from fulfillment, everything changes. You stop asking when and start trusting soon. You stop acting like love is missing and start acting like love is already present in your energy. This shift transforms your emotional state, making your presence warm, confident, and grounded. People respond to you differently when you no longer seek approval. They feel your self-assurance instead of your anxiety. This shift creates rapid movement, opening doors to new experiences, new connections, and new emotional clarity. Within weeks, you begin to see evidence of change, subtle at first, then unmistakable. Your energy becomes unmistakably magnetic. The more you trust the unseen, the faster your marriage timeline accelerates toward manifestation, because faith collapses delays. Trust removes emotional resistance, allowing your desire to flow toward you without interruption. When you trust the unseen, you stop overthinking, overanalyzing, and over-controlling. You stop trying to predict outcomes and start allowing them. This surrender creates space for miracles, synchronicities, and destined meetings. Trust sharpens your intuition, helping you recognize the steps the universe is guiding you to take. It stabilizes your emotions, keeping you anchored in calm expectation instead of restless waiting. Trust keeps your frequency high, clear, and aligned with your desire. And as your trust deepens, the universe mirrors that trust by moving faster, aligning circumstances effortlessly, and bringing the right person into your life at the right moment with undeniable clarity.